Hello. Um, I haven't. I'm sorry I haven't posted in like a couple of weeks. I've been busy. It's been midterm season. It's been crazy. Um, oh god. I said I was gonna do an everyday or not everyday carry, but I was going to review some technology that if you've seen the YouTube channel James Scholz. I recommend that you do if you haven't. But he is this productivity and I guess advocate for minimalism, digital minimalism, or improving yourself. And there's two types of technologies that he likes to talk about. So one is e-readers, second one is dumb phones. He's a big advocate for both of those in terms of using them to be disconnected. And I used to be a big fan of his back in high school, so I actually as I graduated, I actually bought two items that he recommends. This is a 903C or KC Digno K-Tai or a flip phone, and it's from Japan. These phones are really hard to get. It's my dog. These phones are really hard to get because they're from Japan and they have a sort of lock on them that you need to get unlocked by a data company in Japan. And along with that, you also need to have T-Mobile specifically because T-Mobile is the only carrier that carries it. I heard that if the band fits, it'll work, but after talking with an employee, apparently only T-Mobile provides partial compatibility for it. So I ended up switching from Verizon to T-Mobile. Um, and I really like it. I carry it with me everywhere I go. It's a great phone. It does what I need it to. It calls people. I can text people on it. You can sideload apps on it. I sideloaded Facebook Messenger and Spotify. It works for both. Um, it's a great phone if you're trying to cut down on a lot of the additional functionality that like a smartphone will give you. I still have my smartphone. It's a iPhone 13 Pro Max. I still use it. I use it as like a to-do list or to check the weather. It's great, but I really prefer this phone over anything else. Um, I really enjoy being disconnected. Because I think carrying a smartphone with you is kind of distracting. Um, I will say this phone in particular is very impractical for new users trying to get into using a dumb phone. I'd recommend something a bit easier like the Cat S22, like a Xiaomi phone, or even a like even if you wanted to go not too dumb, you could get a Unihertz Jelly 2. That's what I had my eye on, but they didn't deliver to me, so I opted for this. And I really love it. I'd rate it a 10 out of 10. It's my favorite phone. I'm glad I have it. It works great. The only problem is that I wish it would work better with data mobile companies here, which I hate. It also has an SD card cartridge that you can put in to have extra data. I don't have one. I don't need it. I don't use it. You can download music or podcasts on it. As I've seen James Scholz do it, but I don't use it for that. Which I do use on the segue to the next device. This is a Hisense A9, and it is a e-ink e-ink device, which just basically means it has like the screen of like a Kindle, but it runs Android 8 or 10, I believe. I don't know. And I'm actually reading a book right now. It'll look like this. It'll look like paper. It feels like glass paper, if that makes sense. I read a lot. It's very convenient. I finished 2 books so far. It's really great for pulling out a book wherever you are. Um, it also has really good um, functionality for audio files. Like I'm an audiophile, not like an expensive one, but I have some cheap IBMs and it'll run great on it. It also can configure with my AirPod Maxes, and it can run with anything. Honestly, you just need to do a bit of research, but it's great. I have a lot of music and books downloaded on it that I need to read. I can't read right now. I'm busy, but that's something I'm working on. I rate it a 10 out of 10. I know reading's not for everyone, but I will say that you should, in terms of if you plan on switching from a smartphone to a dumb phone, you need to have some kind of hobbies to fill up the amount of time that you have for yourself. Otherwise, you'll get bored. And reading is something that I've started, and there's a couple of other stuff that I've actually started from making the switch, which I will show you. This is my sketchbook. I was really into art when I was a kid, and I had a friend in high school who drew a lot, and she was really cool, and she inspired me a lot to draw. I'm not good. I've been going on and off. It's been like a couple of years since I did it again. This one's okay. I've been doing some. Yesterday I did some shading practice. It's not great. It's something though. I recommend having a lot of hobbies that involve paper, and this is something that I like to do. I find it very relaxing, and it's very. If you're waiting for something, like if you're if you want to go early to something but you're 40 minutes early, I like to have a sketchbook to draw in. Secondly is I use a journal. Journaling is kind of weird because it can be a lot of things. It can be bullet journals, it can be like a autobiography. There's a lot of different ways to journal, but main point is to write out your feelings. My friend from way back when, he got into journaling, and he said writing is a form of thinking, and sometimes your pen can express things that your mind is not able to. And I didn't get that, but now that I started journaling, it makes sense. I've been going to therapy, and having a journal and writing in it helps me to make sense of things that linger in my mind that I'm able to express better because of this journal. In terms of what I journal a lot about what's on my mind, why it's on my mind, and whether it's a good or a bad thing. And it's probably one of my greatest investments. It's great. Because we have some time, I wanted to talk about some stationery that I have. So, 1 second. There we go. This is a 0.3 uni pencil. I think it's called a Uniball 1. It's a 0.38 millimeter pen nib, and I really like it because for small notebooks like these that are like the size of my hand, it helps to have a small notebook, so a lot of your writing is like very, very tiny and will fit. Oh my god. I got this clip off of Amazon that I really like. It just helps to have a pen on you at all times when you have this, so that you have no excuse to not journal when you have it. I really like it. I draw. I use a lot of stuff through my time. I recommend having a wooden pencil, but I left all of it at my old house, so this is this is what I use my everyday stationery. These are two drafting pencils that I use. They're both hexagonal. This one is a Graph Gear from Pentel. This is 0.9 lead. I picked this up when I was out with my friends and it was just on like a table and someone left behind. I wasn't gonna take it and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna borrow this and I'm gonna draw on my lab book. And I actually really liked it. It's I like using 0.9 lead. I like having it hexagonal because when you grab it like this, it's very easy to grip better. It's nice. I like that. This, if you watched any of James Scholz's videos, you can tell that this is semi-inspired by him. It's a Rotrain 500 with 0.5 lead, and it also is hexagonal. I use this one for a bit more precise, for precision. This one is a bit more for like big pictures. I don't know how to describe it. Mainly shading. This is pretty fun to use for shading. I don't love it, but it's all I have. I use these two a lot. I also use a fountain pen. I have two, but I use this one for line art. This is a Twisby Eco. I got it off of Amazon, and what's cool about this one is the way that you fill ink is through this little twisty thing over here. So essentially, you stick your pen inside of a ink cartridge or ink bottle, and you twist it so that it creates a vacuum and it'll suck up ink. You can see this pen in particular is very fine pointed. It's like a I'd say like a 0.5 millimeter like pen in comparison to this. That's how big it is. I like it. I use it when I journal. I also use it when I write and do math or try to make good notes for chemistry. That's all of my art stuff. So now is stationery for the practical man. This is a Safari Lamy. It's a fountain pen. I got a particularly big nib, not humongous, but big in relation to the Twisby Eco. Mine is white. I love using this for math or everyday writing. It writes like a dream. This, oh my god, I'm almost out of ink. Let's see. This one uses ink cartridges rather than using ink, like an ink bottle. So you could easily buy ink cartridges off of Amazon, and I'm sure it'll run fine. Next is my favorite pencil that I've ever used. This is a Uni, I don't know how to say it, but this is my favorite pencil. It has really nice grip over here, and it really complements the way that I write because it's very thick and kind of cartoonish. And let me see if I use a very particular lead that was recommended to me by a friend back in high school. It's this 0.5 Uni Black. This is mainly meant for drafting, from what I've heard, because it has anti-smudge, which I think is good on any lead pencil, but this one in particular is very thick. It writes nice. I have half black and black leads for each, and this is probably my favorite out of everything I've mentioned so far. This was also recommended to me by a different friend, and I have been using this eraser ever since. This is a mono eraser from Tombow, and I got this recommended to me in high school, and it is by far the most efficient, best eraser I've used. And if anyone tells you different, they're wrong. Just show them this eraser and watched their spirit crumble. Um, that's all of my everyday carry as like a student. I'm a bit of an audiophile, so I have um, three kinds of headphones. These are AirPod Maxes. I have an Apple ecosystem, unfortunately, so these work with everything. These are great. They're very comparable to the Sony XM4s or 5s in sound quality. They also look nice. Like, I can really appreciate the little metal hinges here. Those are my like best audio quality. I also have these really cheap IBMs I got from Amazon. I don't know the name, but here they are. I'm sure you could recognize them. They're not that expensive. I plug this into my Hisense A9 and I listen to audiobooks or listen to music. Is it the greatest? No, it's not the best. I definitely recommend Sennheiser. Anything from Sennheiser. Lastly, these are probably my least favorite headphones out of the bunch. These are, I forget the name, but these are some Boses. I've had these since high school, freshman year. They've served me well, but the noise canceling and sound quality is not the best. They have really good ANC, but in terms of noise canceling, I don't love it compared to my other stuff. But yeah, that is my everyday carry. I'm sorry I haven't posted recently. I've been busy with stuff, but I've been good. I hope you guys are as well. I'm working up some stuff. I'm trying to post one vlog before my semester ends. But yeah, thank you for watching.